can feel the atmosphere lift. Our referee today, Peter Jackson, he'll be assisted by Dave Gunning and Damon Goulding. That is our team of 3. Looks like our Collegians are going to have the wind at the back first half. I think if I was choosing, I would want it in my back in the second half.
Correct, Dave. It has a real impact, that wind. It had a massive impact, I think, in the second grade, where it really swept up a notch. And if you're a Collegian, you want it to really crack on now and die off later, because it has a factor.
So Alex Rockaborough will get us underway. Old Collegians wearing their traditional red and blue jerseys, and their not so traditional white shorts will be attacking the left of your screen. Brighton in their majorly yellow jersey with the black hoops will be attacking the right of your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, 2020 is about to come to a rugby crescendo, and it starts now. Plummer will sit underneath it. Topai Aviea with a first touch early. Plummer again to Satala.
Very good line speed.
Met very early by Horn. Cook runs into Litchfield. First night, and you can just see it hang, and Rockaborough didn't quite catch it. Little knock on. It's going to hang in the air kicking that way, Bracey.
I think the key is in the air first half, and Brighton have to be very secure under the ball and make their tackles straight up. But Old Coles, good running game. Brighton, good running game.
Oh, it's just
get it out wide and let's have a run.
It's set up, isn't it?
It's very set up, and if you look at the backs here, the interesting setup from the Brighton, they've got
it's a very shallow.
Jenkins at 12 as a front runner, but also Kyle Fleetwood-Piper has stepped into 12 to manage it.
Yeah, they've run Jenkins as a first receiver a lot. It's something that Richard Wasley likes to do. That might be why. Jenkins is away. McDonough gets just enough on him.
Good support from John.
Brighton have broken the line. They'll get it out to Ferguson. Has to let it hit him. Penalty for offside.
What a break.
Well, what a start.
There you see it. Jack Jenkins outstanding this year for Brighton. He's been absolutely incredible.
It's something that Richard Wasley likes to do. Use that inside centre as a first receiver and give him options off that.
But it shouldn't be a clean break like that. It's very impressive from Jenkins. That should be a nice phase 1 ball, and he's put a little bit of footwork on and sliced through.
McDonough just about got enough on him to slow him down. Brighton with their line out in a very, very strong position. The ball finds its way to the floor. They have managed to keep going forward. McCarty is the halfback. He goes.
Close.
He's very close, and he's down for mine. Yes, he is. Cruz Topai Aviea. Just winning stuff all over the place. Can't stop him from that far out, Bracey.
All I'll say is huge human.
He is a massive human.
Interesting to watch the shots attempted here. They just
1,
don't
2,
do enough.
3, 4.
Leg power. He's got a nice little skip out of tackles where he really pulls one more. Well done.
Yeah.
6 people had to go.
Yep.
I mean, the thing is as well, and I think one of the first 2 that had to go was Stuart Nutt and Gary Mann, and 2 of your bigger defenders.
Nick Litchfield came in the side, and
I think the only way to go with Cruz is legs, but
one of them.
I'm not even saying
Bryce,
that, am I?
Just one of them, mate.
Just one, one leg, because that's all you'll get.
So Plummer with the first kick. It's been a thing today. There's been early points on the board. That one will go over as well.
And a good try to get against the wind, I have to say.
Yep.
I don't know where 4-0's come up on the...
Hey, we'll get there, don't worry about that. We're just dealing with other things, I think. So Rockaborough will restart us.
Well, wrong man to kick it to.
It's going to have another go at him, and again he runs through the first tackle. Nutt has hands on though. Hasn't managed to get it. McCarthy to Plummer to Satala. Satala looking for a little bit of space inside. Just so difficult to tackle, Nathan Satala. McCarthy again, out to Logan Brown. Jaden Phillips out on that far side. Ball's loose and Ferguson has to tidy it up. Plummer to Wood. He's found a little bit of a gap through, tried to get the offload away and lost it forwards, and it's been turned over. Come back for the knock on.
Brighton looking to break out at all instants here. If that pass had gone to hand, that was another clean line break. But Old Collegians, this is a great scrum position to be. They'll be interesting to see whether they try and run a little bit of a blindside play.
Well, they've got Fleetwood Piper and Rockaborough out on that far side. It's an early stop for an injury, is that? Stuart Nutt. Oh no, Jaden Phillips is down.
Phillips down.
Have a look out for the Brighton water runners. Jaden Phillips would be a big out, but keep your eye out for the water runners for Brighton. You've got Travis Collier staying as involved as he possibly can.
In the coach's eye, I really think that Travis thinks he should be out there. However, Connor's settled into the game very well early, and he's been a massive inclusion for the rugby club this year. Huh?
So it's Phillips just walking around, and it looks ankly. So I feel it's terrible. I just struggling for words because I don't want to ruin it.
It's a bit like that, isn't it, Dave? You just sit back and enjoy the build-up. There's so much going on right now. The Brighton players setting a position. There's the little bit of nervousness and the real genuine first attacking option for Old Collegians backline.
Expected to settle down a little bit after that frantic start. They are going to go blind. So Rockaborough, he's going to try and work inside, has Fleetwood Piper with him. Stuart Nutt has to work through. David Allow-Emile works towards the 5 metre line. Rockaborough again in that short channel.
Yeah, good clean out.
Really
Excellent.
good counter ruck.
Yeah.
I think that's our boy. Topai Avier.
Is it for Topai Avier? Is it his first time playing union?
No, he was part of the Crusaders under 15s and 17s group, and then he got picked up by...
Sorry, I just fell off my chair, mate.
Yeah. And then he got picked up by the Rabbitohs, and then offloaded to the Cronulla Sharks because he's not big enough.
Good sack from Brighton, and they're away. Litchfield finds Fleetwood Piper. Very, very nearly got through that gap.
Great
Counter ruck comes is really good from Brighton. It's just all a bit messy and a penalty.
That's a sensational counter ruck under pressure with a bit of a half break, and they've monstered over the top.
Well, this is a tough one for Satala, because getting either of these touchlines from there is going to be tough. He's come over this side, which is towards...
I reckon hands up, Dave, you've got this.
No, it's not going to make that far. You'd be lucky to make the 22, yeah.
He just, I mean, that's all he could do is just drive it as far as possible. Because anything that you send sort of towards the middle of the field just gets hung up. Phillips will put into the line, straight to 2 for Ali Wood. Oh, Plummer comes in to join the maul.
Not natural for a fly half.
He seemed to enjoy it though. And Tulawaki comes away with the ball, almost got free. Jenkins again at first receiver. Tope Aviea again, this time he is dealt with. McCarthy will look for Phillips. It's a bouncing one to Phillips. Good soft hands from him. Alo O'Neill straight over the top of it.
Close.
Oh, it's allowed to go. It's a fight.
No, interesting.
Penalty. Then he went to the
Straight
floor
down,
first.
But, Alo O'Neill was pretty good at putting the hands up in the air first.
Yeah, he went, but I think what he's saying is
tough call.
Yeah, I thought he said he's going to the ground first. Tyler able to swing his leg through it this time, but again, you see almost coming back in.
The wind is strong. The reality is the Collegians must get points in this first half. Ideally, they want to be in front in this first half because it'll kick you for Brighton having the breeze.
Yeah, Plummer will kick you to death in the second half if you're not careful.
As you should.
Not straight. It's the first chance we've seen a scrum up close. Get to see those two front rows go to work. There's some experience in those front rows on both half, and then the wonderfulness of youth in Jaden Phillips.
Rockabara here sitting kind of just out the back. I'd expect it maybe it's going to...
Yeah, it's going to pull out the back to him at some point. Well, they've gone McDonough.
Good phase one.
Yeah, hard angled run, and then that's a nice step back inside by Siegfried. Penalty. Offside.
Offside penalty. I would have liked to see a bit more advantage. Just, I mean, a bit of a flow, so it's one of those ones that maybe there was a little knock on I missed. But
yeah, I don't know whether he's trying to just cut down on those early offsides and just make them back up a little bit to open up the game a bit.
It certainly shows that wind. It's just a piece of cake, isn't it?
Yep.
If you're running from south to north, just tap it on your foot and it's a good 30-metre kick. Quick line out.
Oh, it's off the head of Campion and then just bobbled forward.
And the winds are affecting the lineouts as well. It's been seen throughout all the games. It's certainly a bit of a lottery out there.
Nobody's lineout has really functioned overly well today.
No, there's a lot of tap and goes in our game, Brycey.
Too many?
We made the decision early.
I think there's a number of old men who would think there was too many.
Yeah.
Scrum looks solid again. So Aviea looks for a little bit of a gap, but hands it on to Jenkins.
At first receiver again.
Certainly a trend that you're going to see, and I think we'll see Cruz Tope Aviea find himself at first receiver every now and again as well. Nakarawa will sit at halfback. Not rolling away.
Peter would love a tap there, but I don't think that's part of the game plan.
No. No.
Just an update there on Jaden Phillips. Brighton are looking at getting him strapped, but they don't want to take him off, so that's the concern at the moment. But he is wanting to get his ankle strapped.
Thanks, Matty. He seems to be moving a lot freer than he did. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a stinger. It's nothing too serious.
Oh, there's a bit of a hobble.
Oh, well, no, I have to say that, yeah.
I think there's a bit of a hobble, and geez, ankles.
Even if you strap
they swell
them.
and swell and swell, yeah. Even if you strap them, you try and strap the whole boot to the foot situation.
Yeah, good ball. McCarthy to Jenkins again, this time to Plummer to Satala. Steps inside of man. Just doesn't want to be tackled, Satala, does he?
Always been evasive, still remains evasive, even in old age.
Old age is a bit harsh.
Yeah.
It's a word.
He's heading that way. He's still got a few good years in him yet.
McCarthy to Phillips. Again out the back to Plummer. Satala, Tope Aviea. Just speaking of being evasive.
What's that for to bring him down?
Different type of evasive. Jermaine Butler gets hit by Horn and then finished by McDonough. Brown. There's a little bit of an angle, tries to find a way through. Satala to Phillips. Out the back to Jenkins. Then Jenkins will send it out one more. Dawes couldn't quite get there. Covering tackle comes across. The offload is great to Jenkins. Jenkins will go over. And that is exactly what Old Collegians didn't want.
Edge to edge and continuity. The boys have been practicing that all year, and it's looking good at the moment. However, it's an 80-minute game.
That offload.
Yeah.
In a two-man contact, he's been able to give it a bit of the chicken wing, as we call, out the back door. And Jenkins, who started it all, got the reward.
This offload is
sublime.
Yes,
brilliant.
Perfection.
Finish gets a seal of approval as well. So that Phillips will be getting his ankle strap now. I thought I saw Topai Avier just look a little bit proppy as well. He's certainly somebody you don't want to go. He's just asking about the ball, whether it's inflated enough. These fly-offs, honestly. But if this one goes over,
it's a fair buffer into the wind.
Exactly. It really is.
Yep.
And Earl Coles need to get some points on the board and quickly. Only 15 minutes in on the Wojtek scoreboard, but they'll want to not allow Brighton to get too far ahead.
Hit it sweet.
Yeah, and the flags go up. I think the really interesting thing as well is that Pete, here's that offload again.
And heavy contact. That's a good tackle too.
Yeah.
And he's gone chicken wings.
Magical.
There you go.
Absolutely magical. Because he's got no right to do that.
Yeah, Jaden Phillips is looking a bit proppy there. Pardon the pun.
I know, I was just
Dear Lord. Dad jokes ahoy.
a bit of confusion.
They're going in each other's way. The arm comes out.
Okay. So obviously, almost 17 minutes in, it's very early to call something, but really Collegians must get points now. You should use this win to get an advantage.
Have we seen, I have hardly seen them with any phased possession.
Yeah. I've seen no phase.
Seen some, running and a broken field stuff, but not really any phased possession from the men from Tegenza.
Straight blind.
Well, Fleetwood Piper is on the move.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not going to run over the top of Robbie Ferguson easily.
As a Collegians fan, it's disappointing there. A lost phase one, really.
And no real support on the play.
No support, just a straight roll of the dice.
Just try and keep them inside their own 22, almost.
Yeah.
Play a little bit of territory, but you need the ball. McCarthy out to Jenkins. Butler, good line speed.
Big blind.
Well, there's lots of numbers out there as well. Jack Cook is one of them. Comes back in and Howlett will get him. Nakarawa will try and find a way through.
Offload.
He gets an offload as well. If they start firing on all cylinders, Brighton's, it could be a big afternoon at the office for all Collegians. Plummer, inside ball to Jenkins. Another offload to Phillips. McCarthy. Now they will look near side. They get it away to Satala. Hit early by Rockaborough. McDonough looked to counter up. Plummer to Williams. To Ferguson. Ferguson will offload as well. They're away again. Nakarawa dances down the touchline. Flag went up a while ago.
Yeah, the expansive game's working for Brighton at the moment. And Jack Jenkins is just absolutely everywhere.
Well, it's very positive rugby, Brycey. I really enjoy watching that. Just to be in their own 22 and go, look, the wind's pretty decent. Let's have a crack.
Yeah.
Oh, Coles have won it. The Campion couldn't quite get there.
First phase again.
It's a loose carry again, and just nagging little thoughts, and I don't have a short memory at the moment on grand final day. Fresh benches all the way through today, which is a hat tip to old Collegians. I think there's a bit of doubling up down there with Jim Bartlett and Snow.
Just a point of interest, number 23 for Brighton, Logan Melville. Watch out for the beast. He played in third grade, Pete. I think you felt him before.
I did.
Not in that way, but
no, my ribcage.
Jenkins again to Butler, inside. McCarthy. Again, they will look to try and just bash through the middle. It's the speed of the recycle from Brighton at the moment that's causing the problems, and then Plummer will just put it up in the air, and again it hangs. Had to talk to each other.
Great skill to keep that in.
Yeah, they did enough. Fleetwood Piper sees a gap, gets through a gap. Now the blue and red can stream forward. Horn. Nakarawa will get hold of him. Messy counter rock. Penalty will allow all Collegians to push down into the corner.
Sorry, Brycey, who was the name of the guy who collected my number today?
Logan Melville, 23. The beast.
Right. It's good to know these things. It was a short ball I did not want.
So the lineup inside the 22. Again, shortened lineup. They've gone to 4, which puts Mann into midfield, Alo Emile in midfield, and Stuart Nutt in midfield. Litchfield will find Mann.
Solid
what a
hit.
collision.
It is a solid hit. I think he's just got to get that rugby league out of those tackles, though. Horn gets a gap, and the offload from Horn, and the finish from McDonough.
That's in. That is fantastic rugby.
Sorry, that's not McDonough. Who's that?
That's Ruan Faree.
Faree will get there.
The X factor that is Ollie Horn has just sliced them apart.
It's an offload showcase today.
Might be wrong, but I think that's the first multiple phases that
And it
College have put together.
Yeah,
today.
it wasn't a huge amount. Yeah. And Faree, there he goes, reach out.
Did well.
Gets it.
Yeah. But that's fantastic. And a good little centre pairing. That's a lot of confidence coming in.
That's what they needed.
Oh, and especially as a 12-13, it's crucial, that midfield defence, and then your combination there. They've put a try together. It really builds. And my word, they certainly needed it to be in this game.
Yeah, Ollie Horn, who had his kicking boots on last week, will need them on again.
I think this is crucial, this one.
On the way.
No time
really
taken at all.
No.
Well done.
I think when you're striking them well, you don't need a huge amount of time. In the last couple of weeks, he's been striking them really well. So Plummer to restart. Oh, sorry, Jenkins is going to restart. The restarts that we've seen during this season have been absolutely fantastic. Jenkins continues, and he's going to hang again. Campion has to go back and get it. Well, I heard the footsteps and felt them. Nutt will pull it out the back to Litchfield. Horn again. Horn against Jenkins is going to be a lovely little battle, isn't it?
All by himself, is it?
Litchfield out to Fleetwood Piper. He is alone.
He needs support.
They get it eventually.
Interesting.
They just keep enjoying going that one out in the short channel, don't they? And hoping that they're going to keep their feet. Now they can open up the field of play. Siegfried
Such a strong runner.
makes really good yardage, and they were away quickly. Campion had to work hard. Then it will come out to Dawes, to Faree. Can't get away from Phillips. Now they're going sideline to sideline. Litchfield will pull it back.
Cruz.
He's got hands on, but he's lost his feet, so they didn't want to push him backwards, just pulled him over the top. Litchfield will look inside. Logan Brown.
Well, first time generally I think we've seen phase play from Old Collegians.
Yeah, correct.
But also excellent defence from Brighton. I don't think they were going too far.
And correct call. Cruz off his feet there at the breakdown. College have come back into the game, or found their way into the game, should I say.
Which is quite impressive from Brighton having the week off. They've started this game stronger. Generally, you get it the other way around.
We talked about momentum. I talked about momentum with Richard Wosley today, because not only have Old Collegians got 3 weeks of rugby under the belt, they train 3 times a week apparently. Brighton in their off weeks.
Yeah, they were certainly down here last night, training for an hour and a quarter.
But the question I had for him is, what about the momentum that's coming in today? The Old Collegians winning all the grand finals that they've been involved in. There's a high.
Great ball from Howlett.
Horn again. Pulls it out the back.
Great.
Rockaborough with a ball to Fleetwood Paper. Can he finish? Oh, he can finish. He leaves Nathan Satala in his wake.
I think it was Nathan Satala. Yeah.
And that is not said very often.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at this. In, little out.
You don't see that from Satala very often, do you, Bracey?
Sublime.
No. Is that the right word? Yeah.
There's a little in and there's a little out,
Yep.
and there's nothing left.
Flat-footed him,
Yep.
in he went.
Absolute speed merchant.
But that's
He's
what
Kyle
set
Fleetwood
piece can
Piper.
do to you, and it's nice to see tries off set piece occasionally, isn't it?
First phase tries must upset coaches so much, but when it's something like that, there's not a huge amount you can do. This is one of the biggest kicks that you will see. This is a difficult kick for a right footer. They've had to have holders all day today. Joey Bradford, I can confirm this is the legendary Ian Bryce you can hear.
Hello, Joey. How are you, mate?
Sets it off on its way.
Nope.
Now the flag stay down, so 2 points the difference, and yet again we are in a grand final today that is close.
This confidence from Kyle. Fleetwood Piper of just going, I've got you on the outside here.
No, he's a quality player.
Unfortunately, the third graders left their post behind the line, so Jenkins goes long this time
To midfield.
to Litchfield, to Horn. Horn will just want to get it as far away as possible. That will skip if it bounces. He's found the dangerous Tulawaki.
First time really with the ball in hand here. Let's see what he can do. And
Oh,
away
he
he
can
goes.
do that. Faree does enough and chases him down.
Yeah, great cover.
But I tell you what, they weren't exactly sure, were they?
No.
It was not the most confident defensive scene in the world, but they got there.
That's an incredible confidence win for the Collegians.
And they've gone quick with the lineup. Litchfield to Mann. Mann just goes hard at midfield. And the knock-on is there. But that is a sign of things that possibly could come.
Yeah, the game could well and truly open up in the second half. Who knows? Still 12 minutes to go in this half too.
And we're already
Jesus,
on
is that
our
all?
feet.
You are.
I know you will be soon, Bryce.
Yeah, I know.
So scrum midfield. Overloaded this near side. They've got Ferguson against Horn again. They've brought Fleetwood Paper over to try and deal with Jenkins. Haven't seen Satala go into that number 8 spot yet. McCarthy to Plummer. Inside, and Jenkins has gone without it.
I was about to say, he hits the line so flat, Plummer. It's great positive rugby, but trying to attempt a switch with so little time, which happened there, just the switching player had already left him behind.
Well, if you looked at the College defensive line, they were pretty compact. There we had Joey out wide and we had Tremaine out wide, who in reality weren't marked there. We still went the inside ball there. Yeah. So it's a little bit of vision, possibly.
Gary Mann has got away with that for the last couple of weeks. Oh, and Rockaborough will just drop it cold.
That hurts for a Collegians fan. A great opportunity off a knock on, and they've given one right back again.
My question is, if you watch Gary Mann at the back of a scrum, especially when it's an attacking scrum and they got a big blind side, he kind of full on binds, but down the leg. He's getting away with it.
There's a lot of that trickery at the number 8 position. Also,
I don't think it's legal.
You just get a pinch of the jersey in front of you.
No, he's not even. It's all leg, and I think you've got to go jersey as a number 8, haven't you, Brycey?
We're talking to a 9 and a 10 here.
Oh, that's true.
We know all the laws.
There it is.
There we go.
Now they've come out to Butler. Oh, here we go.
And if they get him out again here.
They've got him out again.
They've got him out again.
Oh, Collegians will go 30 love up against Tulawaki. Let me ask the question about high. It's an interesting one. It started low and then ended up just over the top of him, really. Not a good line-out.
Horrible line-out from our Collegians. Just handing the ball back straight away, and we're on here for Brighton.
They're on again. Butler on that far side. Trying to find a way through. He's dragged down eventually. McCarthy, Nakarawa, Plummer, Satala. He's going to try and find a way through.
Strong on his feet, and he will stay on his feet until he needs to go down.
McCarthy again. Finds Nakarawa. He's found a little bit of a gap on the inside. Can he step the last one? And then just throws a blind ball out to Brown eventually.
Ball still alive.
Wood gets inside the 5. Just like that, Brighton can turn it on. Nakarawa again will look for a gap through the middle. Gets shut down very, very quickly. Brown looks to run through the middle. He's stopped again.
Patience is the key here.
Jaden Phillips will have a sniff. Gets towards the line. It's stolen.
Stolen ball.
Ooh.
Penalty, offside. Much to the consternation of the unsighted Old Coles fans away to our left.
Peter Nakawara, just no right to break, nothing on. Chucked a dummy that I don't think he even sold it to anyone, but it didn't matter. He went through anyway.
He's got the skills, the strength, and
he's got pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Maybe
multiple positions.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of attitude is all that he needs. There's just times where he skates on thin ice with his tackling, and other than that, he's almost the perfect player.
Sure, mate. Bryce and I might agree that you always need one of those players in your team.
Tulawaki's coming to halfback.
It's not complete without
We've got Tulawaki at halfback. We've got Satala at 8.
Here we go.
Yep, here we go.
We got Cruz at 10.
Cruz at 10, and we got...
They're going blind. Satala wanted to go. This time they got it right. They scored off that last week, or 2 weeks ago. Going to go with the pick and go again. Logan Brown inside the 5. Ali Wood will try and get there. I think he's held up.
Held up.
So we'll come back out for a 5-metre scrum.
Scrum to see some of the Richard Wosley magic.
I think, I think what happened is the old Collegians 2 weeks ago were absolutely flummoxed by what was going on, and Nathan Satala waltzed in.
Yep.
I think they might have watched it. They weren't so unorganised this time.
We're already sitting again.
He did go the blind side, or on the near side the last time.
Yeah, because they were worried about obviously Cruz
Well, it's again
Topai Aviea, Cruz at
is
first receiver,
sitting at 10, and the Collegians, I just feel, should match it. Yeah, put a Stu Nutt to match it up, because Nick Litchfield on Cruz, it's a battle.
So Tulawaki at 9 again. Well, they're looking for a pushover with Satala. Not going to happen. Tulawaki gets away. Can he get in? Yes, he can. Just so many threats.
To be fair, it's probably pretty hard to defend, irrespective of who you put where. And,
I don't know how you do it.
Nathan Satala's a very strong player, so sitting in at number 8 is probably not too far off being natural for him anyway. And Joey, well...
Oh, he slips the tackle and he's gone. So there's a little slip tackle here. If that was a forward, they might make the tackle, but he's gone.
Stuart Nutt, who can't get hold of him.
Well, he didn't expect to be having to tackle a winger that close to the line.
No, probably not.
You expect someone to run straight into you, generally as a forward.
How much would Satala have loved the pushover try, though, Brycey?
I would have bought him a pint.
He'd dine out on that for a while, wouldn't he?
He can do everything, Nathan. He's told us.
Well, he'll tell you. Just ask him. Oh, I tell you, that is inch perfect from Plummer.
Lovely curve on that footy as he puts it to toe.
Maybe he needs to give himself a little bit more room.
This here, because he gets a nice arc. Oh, just all...
Bit too high with the tackle.
Hey,
such a strong player.
I tell you what, if you see Tulawaki with his shirt off as well, he is a
very,
very well put together young man.
I would not want to actually...
He is stocky.
Yep. He's got the full half dozen, I imagine, downstairs.
I think he's got mine. Satala again. This time they do get him. Hands on, no, yes, yep. Bang in front. Hello, Emil points to the post straight away. Stewie Nutt is limping.
He's been limping for a while, actually.
It has been a long time that he's been limping. Feel like it's a dead leg or corky or something.
You do work them out. It's important for Collegians keeping the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah, well, 4 minutes to half time.
Yeah, they're looking at going into half time down on the scoreboard and praying to the weather gods that the breeze slows down.
Guarantee you it won't.
It only gets worse as the day gets home.
It's the whole day.
We'll hit a purple patch or a white short patch.
Goes over. Kick is good.
That's into Ted Fidock's house, I think, over there.
Is that where Ted Fidock lives?
Ted Fidock lives just directly in behind here. Absolute legend of a bloke.
I reckon Ted Fidock must have about 40 rugby balls.
Quite possibly. 94 last week. Absolute legend.
Does not look it.
No.
So Jenkins will restart again, and that wind seems to have picked up and drives it deep. Siegfried beats the first tackle. Litchfield, Rockaborough.
Handled well.
Almost got it. Yeah, just lost it.
Yep.
But they got a high tackle. So this can go a long way if Rockaborough gets hold of it. Just to add to the plethora of classy left-footed kickers we've had today, yourself included, Mr. Cross.
I'm trying to remember if I actually attempted a kick today. I guess we won, so I mustn't have tried one.
So Rockaborough just sends it, and this one is towards us, towards our lunch.
Which you haven't touched yet.
I know. I'm like, people keep giving me food, thinking I can eat it. Be half time. Campion has to wrestle for it.
Yeah, played him in
Does
the air,
well.
Unfortunately.
Litchfield again. Horn. Oh, it's a dodgy bounce, but Rockaborough picks it up. He'll give it again to Fleetwood Piper. It's quicker than Jenkins. Jenkins comes across. Ferguson, big and strong. Interesting ball on the inside. Horn just threw a blind offload. Probably you would have done better.
Still advantage.
Keep it hold.
still
Little
a
knock on.
And with we have a few minutes to go. They're in an incredible attacking position.
Well, there is time on as well, remember, and I think there's been a couple of stoppages with Jaden Phillips getting his ankle looked at.
It's one of those extra special bounce passes that turns right.
Oh, just you watch them in slow motion, don't you?
Last 5-10 minutes though, the game started to really open up, and there's some clean breaks there, and College are looking pretty lethal on attack. So I think the second half set up for a bit of a cracker.
Absolute ding-dong battle.
Yep, right to the death. Let's hope it is that way.
Litchfield pulls it out the back to Horn. Horn to Rockaborough. Rockaborough just straightens, trying to find a way through. Horn had to come and do. Lost his feet.
Tommy Marin there.
Oh, the Satala's got hands on.
Satala's on it. Yep, Satala clean.
Class is permanent. He's gone.
Cruz is off. Oh dear.
That is
Juan Farid.
it's not somebody you would normally see be flung backwards.
Oh,
Just to hold on hope. McCarthy again to Plummer to Brown. Oh. Cook. Hands again out to Tulawaki. Tulawaki will put the ball on the boot. Horn's going to get there, you would think, which he does, and gets away from Tulawaki. Horn trying to ease around the outside again. Little offload inside. Litchfield. Dawes. Oh, Collegians will just want to calm it down a bit. They're kind of run off their feet a little bit.
they are indeed.
Horn cannot go straight into touch. That's the good spot. It will skip away.
Yeah, great kick.
There it goes.
Very nice, but take a breath, Dave. What a action-packed last minute that was.
Yeah, kind of have to.
It's just excellent. Attacking rugby from Brighton too in a grand final and get a penalty inside their 22 and go, you know what, we're having a crack here. Cruz, here you go.
He's a unit.
Stick this under your arm and see what you can do.
Against this wind though, a tap and go and away you go is probably the best option, to be honest. The wind's not giving you too much as far as kicking goes.
So it seems like he had half a thought about it. Here he goes again. O'Neill knocked backwards. That's not something you see every day either. Nakarawa. Oh, he will manage to get through one. McDonough will get him. The offload to Logan Brown. Inside again. Open play. O'Neill drops on it. They're still playing. McDonough tries to find a way inside. Still going, Cook and O'Neill.
Lost ball.
Two of the big bullets deciding they want to play.
I believe there's a not rolling away penalty.
Yeah,
here,
I think
possibly. Cook just had a bit of a lie down.
O'Neill did everything he possibly could. Did everything he could to prove that Jack Cook was in there.
But Liam McDonough has absolutely saved a breakout try. Peter is
Defensively, one of the
creating
great. Defensive, one of the best wingers in the league.
Without
Defensively, without a shadow of a
without
doubt.
a shadow of a doubt, the technique is perfect.
So while Coles will have the lineup, we are in red time. And it's stolen. Ali Wood will come around the corner. Can't get away from Siegfried. McCarthy. Goes again. Cook. Yeah, Stuart Nutt is in all sorts of problems.
Really
Yeah,
is.
no, he's struggling.
That right thigh looks significantly bigger than the left now.
Plummer to Jenkins. Out to Butler.
Oh, that was
He can't- and that came from Ian Bryce, that call, so.
And we are there at half time.
Well, that is half time. It's come around quite quickly. Brighton 21, Old Coles 15. We will step out just to reset for the second half. We'll be back with you shortly. Oh, sorry, Matty. I've been told then Maddie, have you got anything for us at half-time? Oh, we're going to try and find an interview for you. So Maddie is just wondering now, I think she's going to find somehow. She's managed to get Nathan Satala. She's going to have a chat with him. Almost had a pushover try in that first half, Maddie. But I will hand over to you.
Now, the weather's been pretty windy. How much has the weather affected you in today's game?
Not much, to be honest. I thought they'd be hitting the corners a lot more if I got the win with them. But yeah, haven't really gone down that way. They've just kept it in hand and been making meters. So
the South Australian government.
And the game really opened up in the second half of that first half. What will you be looking to do in the second half in order to stay in front?
We just have to keep to our game plan. At the minute, you know, we've got a few spots there where we've just gone off of our game plan, and they've definitely picked up on that. And we may be playing a bit of catch-up footy. Hopefully, next half there we can kind of pick it up where we left off and start going a bit more expansive.
Rural business
Thank you so much, and back to you guys.
Thank you, Maddie. Sorry, it was such a good game. I got excited and forgot you existed. Apologies, Maddie. We will now take a break and we'll come back to you in the second half. So we are back, half number 2. It is 21 points to 15 going Brighton's way. It is close. I don't think it'd be difficult to call it, because it really is a game of two halves. This will be about how Brighton managed to deal with the wind behind them and how Old Coles will manage to deal with the wind in their faces. We will wait and see how we go. Certainly certainly set up for a grandstand finish, Pete.
It's the Old Collegians have their back against the wall a little bit, but they've been very good at scoring points when needed. So hopefully, I feel the wind has died down. My blessings and praise to the weather gods have come through. Just for the moment.
But it always feels it up here. But just look at the trees.
It comes in. It comes in waves.
It does. It does come in gusts completely.
Good deep kickoff.
So Rockaborough will put the left foot through it, and that's what we see it's going to do, but it bounces well. McDonough just couldn't quite get there. I tell you what, can't take away from Conor McCarthy what he did there.
You saw straight away from Brighton, knowing that wind. They've kicked it deep, and I would expect Joel Plummer's going to bang it back into the box behind the scrum. And we're going to have a hard day for the Collegian fans of just trying to play non-kicking rugby to try and get themselves in this game.
I didn't notice. I'm just going to look on the... Yeah, Stuart Knott's off. They've had to bring him off. Plummer floats one out to Satala. Oh, Satala gets away from Fleetwood Piper. Satala for the corner! He will score. And I was just about to say Rockaborough had Ferguson on the outside, and he just had to trust that Fleetwood Piper would have his back on the inside. Fleetwood Piper couldn't make the tackle.
Fleetwood Piper's going to be hating that. That's 1 for 1, I guess. But the scoreline reflects it a little differently.
That is Satala. He had his business face on as well, Jesus, as he came in.
Oh, that's terrific. He realised the pass wasn't on, and he's dished out a couple of solid don't argues.
He's impossible to tackle.
Yeah, I've had a couple of times where even in the bump, when he's corralled in an area, he can still bump you, put you on your bum, and keep going again.
So Joel Plummer now has the wind helping him. That was a very early try start in this second half. Kick is on its way and it won't get there.
Not quite there.
So Rockaborough will restart. There's a high hanging one from Rockaborough. Good take from Ali Wood.
By Ali Wood.
McCarthy. To Nakarawa.
Numbers stacked out here on the left-hand side.
Has to get him and get him, Alex.
That skill of Cruz to be able to offload in that.
They closed him.
They're away
well,
again. Ferguson.
Numbers.
Oh, he gets the bump away, but ends up in touch.
That's the Robbie Ferguson sidestep there, straight at him. Robbie Hamilton is an ex-player from the club, by the way. Cruz attracts 3 or 4 defenders at a time, and it's very hard to defend one.
The ability for him to still offload in that situation, I thought they'd ruin that situation of a overload of players, but still he offloads every time. The basketball out the back door.
Oh, get it away to Faree. Faree gets the offload to Horn. Horn to Rockaborough. Rockaborough, will he get there? Yes, he will. Geez, we've said it about every game. This is like a Rocky film. There's no defense, just stand there and punch each other.
Bang, bang, hey?
Another set-piece try.
2
fantastic,
scorching tries. It's all attack in these back lines, but I think the defense is up for it, but the skill there, that's a great ball. Faree has backed himself in a little nice pop, and it's on.
I thought Rockaborough had made the wrong decision there. Did he? He had someone outside him as well, didn't he? He had McDonough.
That close to the line, you put your head down. Well done.
Good try, McDonough. Rockaborough. This one is going to test Ollie Horn. It's right into the teeth of this wind. Just every time you think there's a gap being taken
Sneaks
away.
in.
Lovely
Just
kick.
brought back 4 points, the difference.
Sneaks in, and Old Collegian fans just lift a little bit.
So the Old Collegians are basically down and to our left. Brighton basically take up everything else, the entirety of the back end, and are down and away to our right.
Good coverage all the way around the ground, which is nice to see.
Not as socially distanced or physically distanced as people can get.
Absolutely, the rugby community is all
Correct.
here.
Jenkins again will pump it deep. Oh, don't let it bounce, Gary, man.
Jack Jenkins up.
He's done well, and
Reece
it's a Brighton
Fishwick
ball.
on it.
McCarthy to Plummer, to Jenkins. Nakarawa. Oh, they'd almost manufactured a 2-on-1. Good hands from Robbie Ferguson. McCarthy. Satala. A little bit in front, but they've managed to sort it out. Just missed his target. Logan Brown with a little bit of a show and go. Old man selling candy.
The passes are loose, but the mistakes aren't there, so it's still working. Phases are building.
Plummer out the back to Satala.
The Satala special, the wait and go.
It's a whistle, I'm not sure. Going back for something. High tackle penalty. So Jaden Phillips is off. I think that's the change for Fishwick.
Yeah, Reece Fishwick on. A handy replacement.
A fitness test. I think Stewart is done. His coat on. I imagine there's ice up. Have they selected the scrum?
Interesting. I mean, a nice kick 5 metres out into the corner. They could have backing something, but I mean, we've seen this scrum is just incredible. I mean, I'll be surprised that Cruz is setting at number 8, that he doesn't put himself at fly half or wherever Richard wants him.
He can put himself wherever he wants, really, couldn't he?
Would hate to tackle him.
It's the Brighton bench.
As a betting man, I think Cruz will pick and go here.
There's a big blind side as well. Just trying to have a look. Rockaboro's out here on the wing. The blind side is vulnerable. Horns pointed over to that blind side as well.
He goes blind with Joe on his outside and his incredible offload abilities.
Yeah, it's a danger area, isn't it? Plummer looks like he would go late if he went. Or a pushover from 22.
There he goes.
There he goes. Oh, too big, too strong, and the offload, and the try.
Try time. Great scrum for a start, and then the pick. Like, you're not going to stop him.
No, Topai.
5 metres,
Aviator.
carrying people.
But
the support play was fantastic, over the line.
Have a look, there's a wake of bodies left behind here.
Well, Siegfried's mistake was he tried to go around his waist. You just can't get your arms around.
It's one leg only
What?
you go for.
You just can't get around him.
Yep.
And then the offload is good.
And again, that is why the scrum is called. They have mastered many options on a scrum 5 to 10 metres out.
I have to say, Jack Butler out of second row to score that try. Good effort from that position.
He's having an incredible game. Set up he was the one to make the offload earlier for the first try of the game. And a good kick. Very good, successful conversion.
Both the kickers have been on top form today. So Rockaborough again will restart. Again, a high hanging kick. Plummer is underneath it this time. He takes it well. Here he goes again.
The extra kick out he gives on those tackles just to pull his feet through.
Satala to Nakarawa. He can't shake away, not this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have parked your vehicle in the Salvo's car park this afternoon across the Brighton Road, it's about to be chained in. So if you want to get your car out and you have parked in the Salvo's
Are we okay?
We're all good.
We're all good?
Please go
Okay.
now before it gets stuck for the weekend.
So another scrum. Oh, Collegian scrum. Nakarawa is struggling over on that far side. He's looking a bit crampy over there.
He's done a lot of work and has been incredibly effective. Old Collegians really, they're counter-punching with try for try, but they need 2 in a row to try and get on top because it's just catch-up footy right now.
I mean, there are some places who are irreplaceable. I'm sure that they've got back rowers on the bench, but they don't have Peter Nakarawas on the bench. There is certainly only one of that young man.
No, to be honest, we've got a Nicholas Simpson who's got jet shoes
He's
on.
been very impressive,
Yeah.
but he's not a Nakarawa.
No, correct. However, that's what you expect from your bench, is someone who can step in and fill a role, and there's a number on the Brighton benches. I'm sure there are on the college bench as well. But
Yep.
Just a quick update on Jaden Phillips, who's just getting his knees strapped, but they just said it was just a little niggle, so he should come back on.
Thanks, Matty.
Slightly.
Oh, that's a clean out.
Clean out from David
O'Neill. Welcome to the Big Boy Show. Ollie Horn will try and find a way through. Rockaborough, inside ball to Faree. Man had to go backwards to get it. He's going to try and find a gap in the middle. It's good yardage again. Logan Brown will get him. Litchfield. Penalty.
Strong defence from Brighton.
Yeah, and that's...
Actually put enough pressure on the ruck for Tom Merrin to go in and try and assist, and that was a slight breakdown where...
Yeah, Brighton didn't overcommit numbers at the breakdown either there, so that was a big plus.
Kind of hope that all Collegians don't run out of ideas. They just seem to be a little bit, well, we've tried everything. It's not working at the moment. 11 points the difference. Inside ball to Nakarawa. Good tackle by Siegfried. Pops out the back. McCarthy. Plummer. Throws it at the feet of Jenkins. Satala has to go back and get it. This time they do get him. Almost threw a blanket on him like you would a crocodile. McCarthy to Brown, to Cook, to Topai Aviea.
Flat-footed, doesn't matter, we'll offload always.
Didn't really change that much, did it? Ball comes out, penalty. I was going to say, it very rarely comes out like that legally, does it?
Territory-wise, Collegians doing very well for this part of the second half, but they need points desperately. That if Brighton's is next to score, the Brighton community will be doing a little dance, I imagine. Just having a look at the Brighton spread on lineouts, they go short numbers and really stack 1,000 options out here.
Yeah, none of them are good for an old Collegians perspective, are they? Plummer. Topai Aviea. McCarthy again to Plummer. To Jenkins. Butler. He'll try and find a way through. Faree will get him. Ollie Horn almost had hands on. Plummer again to Brown. You kind of find yourself looking to see where he is and who his competition's going to be. Anyway, again, another little bit of a loose pass. Here goes Tuluaki. There goes Tuluaki. Couldn't get all the way. Rockaborough.
Stolen beautifully.
Stolen by Rockaborough. He was isolated, Tuluaki. Normally they're the ones he finishes. Litchfield. Man. Horn will pick it up. Little knock on.
Dare I say it, Pete? Gary Mann's looked a little bit off the pace today.
Very true.
Yeah, I'm struggling to disagree with you, Bracey.
Yep.
There he is. The beast.
So
thanks, Bryce. I got the medal. He got one of my ribs.
Scrum midfield. Nakarawa is at number 8. Where's Cruz? Has Cruz gone to second row or?
Think we're coming left? No. Jeez, hard to pick.
Oh! Oh, Tuluaki! That's 2 for him. I'm not even sure what was going on.
It's that under 14s jumper that he had specifically made for himself.
Guys, it's scrum equals try for Brighton.
Options.
That's just options galore. That almost that was handled with defenders, but still the confusion was so much that you see here they're like, okay, no, he's busted straight through. That's heartbreaking for a Collegians fan.
Breaking, first up tackles not being made. There's a lot you can excuse, but running through tackles you can't.
It is first up for a moment there. I thought, good, they've held one. Collegians have matched one, but that's a 3 from 3 for a scrum in that area.
Just a quick update there on Stuart Nutt. He won't be coming back on. He's just got plenty of swelling in the left leg, knee. So the doctor said he won't be coming back on.
Thanks, Maddie, and that's not news that all Collegians will want to hear. Jack Cook has made way as well. Jaden Phillips is back on. The flags stay down.
For Stu Nutt, the replacement is Jimmy Francis, who's already played an entire game of second grade. Picked up a hat-trick, but there's not a lot left in the tank.
You're losing a massive defensive keystone. Tulawaki is... he'll just relish that. And Will Sadler, it looks, is going to come on. Is he going into... Would you put him on at half-back, or...?
Most likely.
I know he's gone to 10. So Will Sadler's gone to 10.
Well, currently sitting at fullback, so
maybe Rockaborough will go to 10. Horn will take on Topai RVA. Plummer. There it is, where you just put it on the boot, but Sadler is behind it. Sends it into Howlett. Haven't called his name at all today.
At all. No. Feels like his first carry.
Rockaborough is in at 10 man. Gets the hands away. Siegfried just decides to take on the big fella. Does beat him. Gets to Ferguson. They have got numbers to burn if they can get there.
Oh.
He's thrown it out the back. Howlett. Alo Emil. Oh, just handling errors, but Nakarawa, I think, might be done.
There's a lot of rolling around for Peter there. Great attack from the Collegians. Huge numbers spread, just unfortunately the pass is not going to hand, but decisions to make here as we've got a break in play of just Collegians must stay on this side of the half and must get points.
It is, and remember this time will be added on. At the end of it. Is there a way back in for Old Collegians, Pete?
Yeah, I believe so. That, we're a club that, Old Collegians are a club that is always pushing around finals. A lot of grand final experience. So the ability to win grand finals is in our locker. But right now, they've got the wind against them, they've got a scoreboard against them. It's going to be some clinical play, and probably phase play is the key. Just getting to a 10-12 phase count to be able to apply pressure, to get penalties and start getting that scoreboard ticking over again. But some of these players at Brighton right now, as we watch, Cruz just making absolute havoc again.
And Tulawaki will kick it high and long, and Sadler is underneath it again. Penalty for a high tackle.
High tackle on Cruz with Old Collegians trying all the options to bring the big fella down.
It's been an incredible afternoon of rugby. And another penalty. And it's not something that old Collegians want to see, because they want to be now approaching 15 minutes to go plus time added on. It's almost time. It's almost time for old Collegians to start. He's just jumped up into him. It's Alex Rockaborough.
He's just gone the big bear hug.
Well, he's just done it. It's the old speed hump tackle, isn't it?
Yep. I mean, with this win, Collegians have done incredibly well to be in this side of the half.
Brighton will have the line out on halfway.
Max Monfrey's getting ready to come on, so he'll be a replacement for Tommy Merrin at the next breakdown. And I think we got it happening now.
Yeah, it is happening now. They're going to hold for it. I think that's going to be a really interesting one for these two. I think he's already had a game, Max Monfrey's, but I think we might see the see it speed up a little bit.
He's a young fella, Dave. He's got 3 more games in him today.
He'll be absolutely fine, yeah.
Yep, he'll be on the dance floor later on as well.
No dancing, of course.
Plummer to Satala. Oh, lost forward. Well, lost forward into touch, so they should have an option. Timmy Dawes wants the scrum. Scrum is underneath us. Alloa Meal versus Fishwick on this near side. Done okay, Reese. Rockaborough out to Horn. Horn will look for some space on the outside and then get it away to McDonough. McDonough tries to go around the outside of Tulawaki. Might have copped one high. It's a reversal of fortunes. Rockaborough again to Campion. He'll just head down and into midfield. Does very well working on the ground. Monfries, Rockaborough, man, gets his hands away. Decided to hold on.
Need to build the phases here, Collegians.
Monfries, Rockaborough again. Snow. Penalty.
Just when it was starting to build nice for the Collegians with some phase play that they desperately needed. There must have been some lack of support play.
I was going to say a little bit one out there the last couple of phases. Chose the right options there, though, going the blind, and
I mean, they were trying.
Brighton is scrambling well, though.
And again, you just see that that's the problem. You can do all the work and get into your opposition 22. You commit a penalty or you turn it over, you're going to be back under your own goalpost very, very quickly.
Oh, with this breeze as well. Being in front at halftime for Brighton Rugby Club has a significant factor on this game, and now it's a comfort zone. If you get a penalty, you can just bash it downfield.
Oh, not straight. That's not it's not a result you want from that one, is it? At what point do you start thinking panic? At what point do you just start throwing the ball around, Crossy? We've got 13 minutes to go.
Not yet, Dave. Not yet panic.
It's not far away though, is it?
That is not far away, Dave. It's not far away at all. Realistically, they need a significant play to get them straight into the 22 within the next 4 phases maybe, and then maintain it for a while to get a score, chew out another 7 minutes of play, and then be in some sort of position to, it's another 2 quick scores. Like they're well against it.
And Brighton have just been better all around the park, haven't they, up until now, Bracey? And again, it still feels like they're playing within themselves.
I would suggest that what College need is a bit of continuity, which they haven't had, like you say. Brighton have scrambled really well in defence.
Rockaborough again to Horn, to McDonough, to Sadler, to Fleetwood Piper. He is on his own. If he's going to go, he has to go. Butler will come across and try and get him. Does well to stay in. Monfries is there. Rockaborough to Mann, to Campion, to Graham. Big Red over the 22. Just drops it behind.
Gone back.
Worked quite well for him.
Gone back in 2 phases. They are in that 22 now.
Dawes will sit down Tulawaki.
Cruz on it.
Yeah, he doesn't beat the clean out though. Monfries again to Horn, to Mann. Had to stand and get it, man, so couldn't really take it on. Monfries again to Horn. Horn looks inside and outside, doesn't like either of the options, keeps hold of it. Counter up through the middle works.
Yeah, isolated. No.
And there's a penalty. So very good from Collegians. In 3 phases they got from inside the 40 up to the 22 and got a penalty. So as a coach you'd be happy with that result, and now they just must convert and must get a try. A shot for goal just won't do anything at the moment. Gone a scrum.
Yeah, there's a blind side here which they don't want at all. They've loaded everybody over there. At the moment, Robbie Ferguson is just, he is marking a threat from Gary Mann. That is all he's defending right now.
I have to say, Gary Mann just had a quick look at him as well.
I mean, if you get the half-back round with him, and you can get away from the back row.
But Pitter was going to break well. He's protecting it well, Gary, for the left side.
Rockaborough. Out to Faree. Faree works hard on the floor, but took too long. I did feel that was borderline, you know, Crossy. Normally I would let that go. I just felt it was a bit borderline, that one rolling around.
Yeah, defended well. For a moment, if they hadn't got that back, Collegians, it would have been a nice phase 1 play to build something up, but they're in a spot of bother, and it looks like Faree's injured his ankle. He's calling for some strapping on the ankle, but
I don't know whether it's ankle or a boot blowout.
Generally, the backs, referees don't always wait for him either, so you better be careful here. We have had the break. You always got to be careful, Brycey, as a back. Sometimes they don't pay attention to you like they do the forwards. No. If you go down, the game just goes on.
They look after you, though.
I make a lot of noise when I go down, that's why.
So do I, but it's mainly creaking. Looks like Nick Simpson's going to come on. I don't know whether he'll replace Nakarawa.
Definitely a sore ankle there.
Yep, he's got to go through it though, hasn't he? There's not a lot more you can do right now.
Well, it's a very hard pitch here at Brighton, Brycey. I mean, perfect for spectators' dream.
We curated that way.
Spectators' dream, maybe the opposite for the players, but not for wingers. Wingers love it.
It's going to be resurfaced
outside
as
backs.
well, I heard at some point, isn't it?
Is it? Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, probably at some point.
Yeah.
That's an interesting line-up move as well. Jeez, he's just gone right through the middle of all of them. They're away again.
No luck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, it is lucky, but the clean-out from Rhys Fishwick was interesting. So we say the old planes landing versus planes taking off. It was definitely a plane landing.
Yep.
So Rockaborough will look to move them probably to around, if not for just a little bit further than halfway. It's about as good as you can get.
Collegians must score phase 1, 2 or 3, really.
Rockaborough, Horn again. Manages to step inside. Graham. Little knock on.
Harsh call, I think.
Couldn't quite see the knock on.
Harsh call, I think, Brycey.
I'd agree.
You'd agree?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's gone back over the head.
That's gone backwards.
Over the head.
Anyway, it's all good. We'll move on from here.
I mean, if it was rugby league, that was about 5 knock-ons.
Oh, well, that's true. You just look at a ball the wrong way and it's a scrum, isn't it?
If you just juggle one in league, it's a knock-on.
But if the rugby gods are watching, then
well, here we go.
Collegians will take this one against the head.
Just enjoy this, everyone. We've got Joe feeding the scrum.
Yeah, we're back to that.
Cruz at 10.
Satala at 8.
Wosley just must have a big smile on his face watching
Oh,
this.
where have they gone? Graham? No.
Done.
Now, we've talked about this before. We are not long ago. We are 7 minutes plus stoppage time. The frustration is growing down away to our left. The old Collegians bench has to just keep their lid on it because it will affect the players out there.
Much subdued than normal, I think.
I know, but it's just starting to creep in, Crossy, isn't it?
Yeah, the frustration's building, but the missed tackles are there. You can't argue with some of these absolute line breakers that Brighton's throwing out. They're carving holes. You know, that's every time the line's been broken off every scrum.
Oh, he's gone deep in the playbook this week as Richard Wosley. Very rare you see 4 dummy runners from a line-up. Plummer inside to Tuluaki, goes without it. Penalty. Offside. And they're going to go for goal.
Yep. Bit of a cherry on top.
I'm surprised they didn't go the option previously, but anyhow.
To soak up the clock. You see the Brighton players, they're already in a party mode already.
And the Brighton
big
fans
smiles,
are starting to enjoy it as well.
Big smiles are starting to happen. We've got some hugs happening out.
5 minutes to go.
Pitter and Cruz already giving each other a bit of a, I think we've got this.
16 points the difference. 5 minutes to go. It'll be a big comeback. Could be 19 points very shortly.
Shanked it.
16.
Missed it.
Slides off to the right. Looks like Henry Nutt's going to join the party at some point.
Just for us, put him on home.
Feel like you've admitted defeat. Horn. Out the
Nice
back again. Campion just runs straight at Simpson. Monfries, Rockaborough. Oh, that's a wonderful take.
Where's Billett? On the shoulder.
Horn. That's a lovely ball out to Faree. That'll test the ankle. Then out to McDonough. Comes back inside, met by the Fijian welcoming committee. Monfries again. Alo Emile will go. It's a good tackle by Fishwick as well, Monfries. Horn again. Can't get away from Plummer.
Great decisive running though.
Rockaborough to Fleetwood Piper. Beats one. Brighton happy to give them the phase possession at the moment. Horn tries to find a way through.
It's the phase build-up that's been missing. This
Brighton
is
are just not
wonderful.
contesting.
They're not, but wonderful phase build-up from Collegians here.
Man. Monfries. Fleetwood Piper again. Almost a carbon copy of what happened that time. Monfries again to Horn. To Dawes. Dawes will straighten into the substantial Topai Avier. Graham goes and cleans out.
Some very tired bodies right now.
Fleetwood Piper again. This time he takes on Jenkins and then has to deal with Ferguson. Horn again. Time is ticking away. Campion, Sadler. He'll look for a gap inside, dealt with by Phillips and Ferguson. Howlett gets it away, Halloran Hill! Flag goes up.
No try, but for Collegians fans, it's the phase play that's been missing for the game. That was enjoyable for a Collegians supporter to just watch control of the ball for a while, just slowly hammering away.
Probably the first time in the game that they actually strung, I'd say, 10, 12 phases together.
Yeah, something they haven't been able to do.
It did, yeah. It's disappointing to agree with you there, Bryce, that it really was. The first time just get some consistency together.
So it'll be a Brighton scrum.
Fleetwood Piper touched the ball more in that little 3 minutes than he has all game.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we approach full time in this match, we need to ask all spectators to remain behind the fence at full time. All spectators must remain behind the fence. We will do presentations with players on the pitch, but all spectators must remain behind the fence. Thank you.
They're off and running again. Fleetwood Piper, there's a charge down.
Good hands.
Goes well. Satalas might have hands on. They're away again. Little half volley for Henry Nutt, and he can't pick it up. Head in hands, beat cross. It's just been one of those kind of afternoons, hasn't it?
Mate, it's pretty hard as a red and blue, 30 years worth of supporting to watch. Unfortunately, they're doing their best, but they might get this try.
Sadler looking for a consolation. He's not going to get there either.
The clock and the scoreboard are not working in Collegians' favour.
No, we're in red time, so there'll be a 5-metre scrum. But, you know, Brighton have been the best team all year. You cannot argue with that. They have been the best team. And I was talking to Richard Bosley, and he said, on our day, nobody can live with us. And they've played so within themselves again today.
That's great from a coach to say that as well. Just on our day, no one could live with us. I love it. And the week off is at this level, at first grade level, is a blessing. They've been able to freshen up. You keep your structure. You throw in a few additional trick plays, which they've done, and Collegians have managed to come through well, but the difference of a team that's worked real hard to make to a final to a team that's had that week off is massive.
Oh, look, yeah, I agree totally, but Brighton has worked on its defensive game as well, and to be honest,
we're seeing it over and over again,
and that's been a fair contributing factor to the whole thing.
I don't doubt they've been bashing themselves on that week off.
There's just...
And Cruz at number 8 or 10 or...
Yeah, across the park.
Yeah.
Across the park, Brycey. You know,
decision making, and
I've said many times it's been impressive to watch. I like to see flamboyant rugby, and they've been running it out of their 22.
As we wait for this lineup to be formed, one reminder, please stay behind the fence at the conclusion of the match. Stay behind the fence at the conclusion of the match.
It has been it's been a season where they've added Jack Jenkins, they added Cruz, Topai Avea. Nicholas Simpson came back into the fold.
Jack Butler
came back in. It's been a year where they have been head and shoulders the best team in South Australia. There was one hiccup during the regular season where Burnside managed to get up over them. And that seemed to shock them into even more action. Jenkins again will looked to get away. McCarthy. I mean, you're talking about
outstanding Connors been today.
Tulawaki gets away and just about got the tackle before he gets the kick away, and that one will run dead. But you're talking about a team that lost their steady halfback in the lead up to a grand final, and McCarthy has just stepped in, taken it, run with it, and been absolutely fantastic with it.
Yeah, outstanding. He's been a great inclusion from Southern Suburbs halfway through the season, and yeah, one of the really nice blokes as well. Like, he's just a magic inclusion to the playing group, and well done to him for his efforts today.
Got that golden ticket, hey? The call up to the first grade grand final on the week of, was it, or the week before?
Yeah, well, unfortunately it was this week, and
was it?
For Travis, but he's done the club proud.
100%.
So 6 out of the last 10 years, Brighton have found themselves at premiers. As we said at the beginning of the broadcast, Brighton turned 70 this year. This will be their 35th premiership. They have a premiership winning ratio of 50-50. And a little knock on there, and they're 4 minutes into red time. This will be the point that the question is asked. Richard Wasley has been involved in the last 3 grand finals. He's won 2 of them. Oh, Collegians return to the big show, not what was expected today, Mr. Cross.
It's not, but for all Collegians,
been a wonderfully successful day.
It's been a wonderfully successful day. 3rd grade, 2nd grade has got up. We knew this would be a big ask for us. This 1st grade Brighton team is dominant across the park, and I think myself coming up through, playing Brighton many times in some 1st grade premiers, I've never seen such a unique team from position 1 to position 15.
Well, what is scary,
that it has so many attacking threats.
What is scary for the future of South Australian rugby teams is Topai Aviea is under 21. Jaden Phillips is young. Jack Jenkins is young. There's a lot of youth in this side, Brycey. That's going to be the core of your side for a number of years to come if you can keep hold of them.
Oh, very true. Like, I had the opportunity to coach.
And there goes Jenkins again. And Jenkins will finish as he started with a try. Jenkins will bookend it.
Yeah, look, a wonderful group of young blokes in this team. 2nd grade for Brighton this year. Also very young side. We had average age in the pack of about 21. So there's a good nucleus of players coming through the grades. But that does finish it off.
What a try, guys. There's a massive don't argue dished out there. Have a look at this. Jenkins is not happy, and he's given it to Alex Rockabara. Just sit down. I might have one for the boys. And here's the cherry on top.
And a good finish. And if you were all Collegians, you were going to hope that is it. You won't want any more. But it's another try off a scrum.
That's how the game started, with Jenkins setting it first receiver, making a line break. Liam McDonough's charged it down.
And there it is. And in 2020, blood will be for supper again. Brighton are your 2020 premiers. It has been a long and different year.
That's the conclusion.
And they will end it as the premiers this year for 2020. As we go through the end, and we'll just try and wait for Pete to finish his, because apparently no one can hear when Pete's talking. Thank you very much, Mr. Cross. Congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bryce. Congratulations for a great season in your 70th year.
And congratulations, Pete. Great game in 3rd grade.
Thank you, mate.
Still talking about the 3rd grade.
Yeah, it's all
the
about
most important game was about.
Everyone should watch that one.
Yeah.
What a great game of A grade that was as well. Well done to Brighton. Well done to College for playing such a good game, good season, and I'm glad we're one of the last football codes in Adelaide to finish the season as well.
It's been absolutely
good
outstanding.
Spectacle.
So from myself, Dave Webb, big thank you to all the staff Big thank you to all the staff. We're going to go down to Maddie, who's managed to find herself an interview again, I imagine. She's getting better at this because I keep forgetting her. Maddie, have you got someone? So not yet. We're just waiting on that to happen. We'll just try and find out who she's got. She's going to try and find someone in a black and yellow shirt. See if you can get Jack Jenkins as he comes through, the number 12, Maddie. Yeah, that's him, Maddie. Grab him. There you go.
He just said no.
Did he say no? No, he's all right. He's got it. Of course he has. So Jack Jenkins, Maddie, if you can hear me as well, just a background for Jack. He was with Adelaide University this year, his first year, and he's got a premiership in his first year with Brighton.
Yeah, congratulations on the win. It's your first premiership with Brighton. How are you feeling?
Oh, ecstatic. Well done to the boys. Thanks to Old Coles for putting on a great match, as they usually do. And yeah, just ecstatic. Great game, good victory, hard-fought win.
And that second half was really strong performance by you boys. What was Rich's message at half-time?
Half-time, just settle it back down, get back to structure, play good territory, and come back on the front foot, which we did pretty well.
And the atmosphere of the crowd, did that really build you in that second half and really motivate you to perform well?
Yeah, absolutely. The cheer from the crowd was great. Yeah, big rap to them guys. Everyone at home watching as well. Mum and Dad back in Townsville. I know they're yelling from the couch.
Well, congratulations on the win and thank you for joining me.
So we will leave it there. And ladies and gentlemen, 2020, it's been a topsy-turvy year. It is over with Brighton rightly being 2020 champions from Resource Co Rugby Stadium at Brighton. 6 games in the books, Friday night, Saturday afternoon. My name has been Dave Woe. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in 2021.